February 2017, the Czech Center New York and the Consul General of the Czech Republic in New York unveiled a special exhibition entitled Rusalka, which brought the original manuscript of Antonín Dvořák's opera, other related treasures, and costumes from the Metropolitan Opera's past productions to American audiences for the first time. In celebration of the Metropolitan Opera's new production of Dvořák's opera Rusalka, music lovers were treated to both this rare exhibition and a month-long program of events that included film screenings, lectures, and an opening and closing night concert in collaboration with the Metropolitan Opera Lindemann Young Artist Development Program.
Here I am in front of the memorial plaque of Antonín Dvořák, the man who's once unified West and East with his music. I would love to express my thank you to the partners. It's a National Museum, it's a National Theatre, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ministry of Culture, as well as the Harmony Foundation, Dvořák American Heritage Association, and of course Metropolitan Opera. Antonín Dvořák is going not only to unify the West Side and East Side with the premiere of Rusalka at the Metropolitan Opera and the grand opening of the exhibition Rusalka at the Czech Center, but as well both banks of the Atlantic.
It's my real honor tonight to welcome you here in the Bohemian National Hall at this beautiful location. Bohemian National Hall served for the Czech cultural life of Manhattan for more than 120 years, for a generation, and it was center of Czech life here. And under reconstruction made by the Czech Republic in 90s, last century, we are trying to bring it back to this life. And I believe cannot be higher point of the new history of Bohemian National Hall than this evening is. Because now we are welcoming Rusalka in New World in New York.
The musical genius of Antonín Dvořák and the force of his personality built invisible bridges not only between his century and ours, but also between Czech and American audiences. After all, whenever we listen to music, we are united by our experience of its power, regardless of the languages we speak.
I'm so sorry that Dvořák himself couldn't be here. He was held up at immigration. And lest anyone think a political comment might be out of place here, let's keep in mind that Dvořák's role in the United States was quite political and quite progressive, precisely in the opposite direction where we're moving today. He decided that American music should have a foundation of black music and Native American music, and that composers should look as widely as possible, that you should close no doors and open them all. So the irony of celebrating Dvořák at this very moment in this very hall is somewhat considerable.
The opening night of the exhibition featured an opera concert with selections from Rusalka sung by Peter Nekorinets, Wendy Bryn-Harmer, and David Lay. Ken Noda accompanied on the piano, and musicologist Michael Beckerman moderated the evening. Opera legend Gabriela Benochkova also made an appearance.
Dvořák music means for us home, beautiful home. We are proud that we are members of the nation which gave such a beautiful music to all mankind.
We are a foundation which supports exceptional art and exceptional artists. We were truly honored to bring Gabriela Beňáčková for the event, for the opening of Rusalka, and bringing the score of Antonín Dvořák, Rusalka, to New York.
Dvořák arrived to the United States, as I said, at the end of 1800s, and up to now most of Americans would associate him with the Symphony from the New World, which he composed here in New York.
I just saw the exhibition and the tour on Dvořák, and as a musician and a performer myself, I found it very, very interesting on so many levels.
I learned a lot more about the history of the opera. I had the privilege of hearing it several times, a few times in Prague on my trips there at the National Theatre, and also in New York when Beňáčková first performed it, as well as a couple times with Renee Fleming. I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to see the current production, but this is all tying it all together with the history, and seeing some of the artifacts from those times really gives the power of the breadth of understanding how much is behind an opera of this special magnitude for the Czech culture. It really made me feel good, especially my family having come from that part of the world. So, thank you.
Here at Bohemian Spirit Restaurant at Bohemian National Hall, in the spirit of Dvořák's Theme Month, we decided to have his favorite traditional Czech dishes.
So for us to sing together was my idea, because Barbara Karpetová asked me to bring someone from Czech Republic, from homeland, to participating in this concert. So I immediately, she appeared in my mind, and
I'm so happy it happened.
Yeah, we are really grateful to be here tonight and sing it, because it's hard. It's very hard music,
yes.
Very hard, but it's kind of like keep a nation together, you know. It's kind of this homeland feeling, because we are in Manhattan, in New York City, and in this beautiful hall, which seems to be like piece of Europe, and it feels like home, right?
Yes, it's like that. And when you go to a restaurant downstairs, it's
even
like
better.
You're at home back.
Yeah.
I'm still very touched by the music that I've just heard. This is a very special evening, special concert, and it's such a big pleasure to be here, and it was a great performance of the song I wrote. Thank you so much.
I'm Michael Heaston, Executive Director of the Lindemann Young Artists Development Program, and it was our pleasure to be here tonight. I think this was a magical night for the arts in New York City. It's a pleasure for the Metropolitan Opera to have been here 3 times in the last 4 months, and I'm really happy that our young artists have had such frequent exposure to this wonderful venue in the city, and that we could share some rarely performed works by Dvořák tonight.
The Czech Center has really been a discovery for me. I didn't know about it here, and I'm so delighted because the hall, the Bohemian National Hall, is absolutely beautiful. And we're lucky to have in our young artist program a young Czech singer, this wonderful tenor, Petr Nekranec. And he's done a beautiful recital tonight. We're very proud of him at the Met, and we look forward to many more partnerships with the Czech Center.
The festival has been a very special opportunity to see other facets of Dvořák. Tonight's concert, the art songs, an amazing eye-opener with wonderful performers from the Lindemann program at the Metropolitan Opera. And of course our opening night was equally amazing with other Lindemann performers and fabulous music from the opera itself. I don't think anything more could have been done with all the exhibits and opportunities for tours of both the exhibit in the Czech Center and the Dvořák Room to let people know about the full scope of Antonín Dvořák's work.
Well, it was an amazing and fruitful month here in Bohemian National Hall, full of music, full of exhibitions, full of presentations, full of Dvořáks, not only myself, but especially Antonín Dvořák and Rusalka. And I was really proud to see how many people came to visit this beautiful building and to attend this program. So I'm a little bit sad it's over, but I believe we will find something more attractive again soon, so please come again.